and got them to make a national monument out of it. There's still a place out there in that park called Doc Williams Point. You pull out there and look off in the Salt Valley, a big long valley on the west side of the road. And his boy, he had two boys. One of them, Mitchell Williams, he was a pilot in the Second World War. He come home, and when Moab went to booming, he started a Jeep tour thing. He just had one little old Jeep, so he named his company Tag Along Tours. And so the people come here in their Jeeps. Well, he'd take them for so much, he'd take them out, and they'd follow him out into the country. And he'd furnish all the camping gear and stuff, and that's how he got started. One little old Jeep and other people following him, and they was paying him to take them, lead them out into the country and show them the country. Finally, people got coming without Jeeps, so he got to buying Jeeps of his own. So I worked for him. I started the first Maverick Station Moab right across the street from Tag Along Tour. And that's the way we started. Old Mitch, he'd be out on a tour, and somebody else would come in and want to go. And Mary would call me, and I'd get my wife to run the station, and I'd go take the tour for her. That's the way we started Tag Along Tours. He built that into a multi-million-dollar business.
Can you tell me any Indian and cowboy stories? Or
oh, I don't know what you'd want to know. I knew a lot of the old cowboys in this country.
Can you tell me one of their stories?
When I was a kid, the old guys was my age then, you know, still around here. Yeah, well, most of them old guys didn't talk much. They was pretty quiet. Spent most of their life out in the country by themselves, you know. But there was quite a few of them that was pretty good characters. A guy named John Jackson. When I was a kid, Johnny Peterson, if he didn't own the ground in this valley, John Jackson had a mortgage on it. That was about the way it was when I was a kid. Them two guys, they about had a monopoly on 80% of the ground in this valley. Johnny Peterson, he come into the Indian Creek country south of here, become a rancher down there. And when the Indian Creek, all of them ranchers in there's 10 or 15 of them, and they finally pooled everything together and made the Indian Creek Cattle Company. And they sold it out to Scorp in Somerville. A guy named Al Scorp and a guy named Andrew Somerville got together. They bought the Indian Creek Cattle Company out and renamed it the SS Cattle Company, Scorp and Somerville. And they were the big outfit in my life. In fact, that ranch became, to my knowledge, that ranch became the biggest ranch ever created in the state of Utah. They run more cattle than any other ranch that I ever heard of in the state of Utah. They did it all from here to the Arizona line. They run all that country out. You go to Grandview Point and look south, you can see the top of the Elk Ridge. If you was on that and look that much further to the Arizona line, that's the country they run cattle in. It's a rough country. I take tourists out there and tell them that. They say, well, how did they find them? How did they get them in there? What do they eat? You know, they had more questions. But they built the biggest cow fit in the state of Utah right there. So they was real cowboys, them guys.
So they got some little artifacts, like they have a thesis.
They said Al Scorp went down that country when he was 17 years old. He died when he was 87, so he spent 70 years of his life running cattle in that country. Built the biggest cow fit in the state of Utah. When he died, his relation, whoever got charge of it, he had 5 daughters. Well, anyway, they sold that out to the Charlie Red, had a ranch on the south end of this mountain here. He's probably the second biggest cowman in the country. And when Scorp died, he bought Scorp's outfit out. $2.4 million. Today you couldn't buy that many acres for that much money today for that outfit. now the rich people have bought it. Well, when Charlie Red bought it, one of his boys come in, he give him that Indian Creek outfit. And he'd married a little gal from back in New York somewhere, and evidently her family was wealthy. So they moved down there, and then they got a divorce. Her and Bobby divorced, but Heidi just stayed there. She ought to be a cowgirl. She's still there today. But here about 15 years ago, she made a deal with this Southeastern Utah Alliance, or whatever they call it. One of them do-gooder outfits, I call them. And then she sold that outfit to them. Sold them all the deeded land and everything, $6 million. So Bobby, they had 2 boys, and Heidi told me to give each of the boys $1 million. She kept $2 million and would give Bobby $2 million. So they all become millionaires. And then she gets to live there. She'd build a new home there. So she keeps the home 40 acres till she dies. So she still lives there today. Still runs the cattle there. So a lot of history down there in that country. Them old timers. My dad started a beer joint in a restaurant here in Moab called Fern's Cafe. It's right on the corner where the Bowen Motel swimming pool is now, on 2nd North and Main Street. There's a cafe. He had a cafe with a gas pumps out in front, and a beer joint on the side, and a 16-unit motel in the back. And he had a big sign painted on the windows that our keys are in the river. We're open day and night. They never close. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when I was just a kid, 19, I took a job there cooking, midnight shift from midnight till 8 in the morning. And did all the cleaning and stuff because it wasn't that busy in the night. But that was one of my first jobs. Little gal waiting